So like I was saying the last time, I came your way, President Mills was such a disciplinarian and won't take any rubbish from anybody. Good-hearted. So, like I was saying, it was impossible for me, and I'm speaking for myself, to ever be rude to the vice president. And so I was never rude to him. Not once did I have any altercation with Vice President Mahama. It wasn't going to be possible. Then unless I didn't respect the president, and the president was not going to allow me. Besides the president, and I recall, just last week, you're having a chat with a very senior citizen on the same issue who happened to know President Mills at close range. And I said, so you really think that President Mills would have allowed me to disrespect the Vice President of the Republic of Ghana? Besides, apart from the dedicated corridor, the Vice President always, and I say with emphasis, always walked around the presidency with not less than 3 close bodyguards or escorts, all with weapons. And their mandate was to protect the Vice President. I repeat, the Vice President, unless he wants to come and deny it, always walked around the presidency with not less than 3 close escorts, including his police ADC. And they were all armed to the teeth. And their mandate was to protect the Vice President. So when I hear stories that I used to hold the Vice President's shirt collar to his neck and slap him on the corridors of the castle, ignorance is a big disease. And when simpletons allow their brains to be toyed with, and so because they are looking for appointment, they are looking to position themselves. And so they must run KOKU Anyidoho down with foolish stories. Well, that's up to them. But now that we're talking about President Mills, 10 years after he passed on, these, manufactured stories need to be debunked. So there was no way that I could attack the president. Then I was supposed to have been blocking him from using his official vehicles. I don't think in all my schooling I did any course in logistics management. So how could I have been in charge of vehicles at the presidency? Then I was supposed to have been locking him out of his office. Also, I don't recall doing any course in keeping keys to offices. Even me, my own keys to my office, I never kept. Because officially, at the close of the day, I had to hand over the keys to the security. So how was I going to have access to the keys to the vice president's office when I didn't have my own keys to take home? So, but these are stories that were told after the death of President Mills. Of course, some of it before he died. And like I mentioned earlier, he would just tell me, KOKU, remain focused, And there was an interesting one when some of these guys, thought that they could outsmart the president. I used to organize for the president to have a press encounter in January every new year. So as head of communications at the presidency, it was my duty to manage the program. So I will invite, using the euphemism, senior journalists and media owners and editors to the castle to interact, because then most of the time they are the media owners and they don't really meet the president on assignments. It's their junior colleagues or workers who come on assignments, and so they can meet them. So this was for this group of senior journalists, media owners, and I will personally invite them. And I had managed it in 2009, 10, 11, and then 12. Apparently, some senior party guy and his lackey in the media and their puppet, who was a deputy minister, had planned to come and confuse the president so that I don't manage the 2012 one. The president knew what they were about. So that morning when I went to him for our normal briefing, he asked me, "Are you aware that this man and this man and this man are coming to me this morning?" I said, "I have no idea." "Sit down. I hear they are at the gate. I know why they are coming. You can let them come, and then you know why they are here." A few minutes later, they walked into the office. They saw me, and they looked foolish. Yeah, because, of course, then they sat down, this NDC high up, and his media lackey, who calls himself a senior editor, and then this puppet deputy minister, apparently had come and confuse the president for me not to manage the 2012 Meet the President encounter. By the time they started engaging the president, every question they put to the president, "Oh, A.M.I KOKU, oh, you go through that. A.M.I KOKU, you go through that. A.M.I KOKU, you go through that." After about 3, 4 of such, this big man had to put his head down. This media guy had to try and brave it. And then this puppet of a deputy minister had to be looking elsewhere because the president had foiled their agenda. They had to just get up and leave. And after they left, the president said, "KOKU, see why I told you to sit?" They were coming to get me, to get you off the program so that that guy will MC the program for the year. I mean, all kinds of things, machinations. I survived by the grace of God. And the love and the trust that President Mills had in me. So if 10 years after his death, I am keeping his legacy alive through the Atta-Mills Institute, duly registered as such, and getting President Akufo-Addo, building the Asumdwe Park, I'm sure in good time, Ghanaians will appreciate the work that KOKU Anyido is doing to keep the memory of President Mills alive. Others didn't do it. I am doing it. And I'm sure when it's all said and done, one fine day at Heaven's Gate, I'll be able to give a good account of my stewardship on this earth and specifically the Republic of Ghana. Because these patriarchs that come and go, fathers of nations, if you understand fatherhood, yes, we are enjoying. The Bible says, in fact, the Bible says that honor your father and your mother, and your days on earth will be long. If I'm not lying, that is the only order in the Bible that we are enjoined to obey for extension of life. President Mills was a father to me. Not because he's a biological father, but he was a father to me. And so, the opportunity that he gave me still exists. People are hustling for jobs. Some of us are working till we can't work anymore. And that's the difference. People are hustling and selling their conscience, their souls for jobs to earn a salary. For us, some of us, the Bible has given us work to do. And in Ecclesiastics, it's there very clear that whatever work, it doesn't say job, whatever work your hand finds to do, do it and do it well, for in the grave there is no work. So for us, we will work. We won't jostle for jobs to earn a salary. So those who are hustling for jobs, that's their problem. We are working. And we will continue to work for the Republic of Ghana and for God and country. I have said, for me, my pledge is to honor the motherland, and nothing shall stop me. nothing shall stop me. Nothing shall stop me.